Since 1992, DuPont has encouraged diversity, but progress had been slow. In 1997, I discussed with Tom Seger how to become more effective. We convened the Minority Counsel Conference to bring our minority attorneys together to focus on how to improve our efforts.
Michael then asked me to work with him to organize a conference to get concrete ideas for recruiting and retaining attorneys of color. We started out in 1998, right here in Wilmington, dealing with those issues, recruitment and retention, with keynotes from Chad Holliday and Kurt Landgraf. We agreed to mandatory diversity training throughout the network and made recommendations to revise the benchmark survey. The Diversity Task Force implemented our recommendations and created a tool to develop diversity initiatives within DuPont Legal and our primary law firms. Firms were required to report specific numbers and diversity initiatives. We have proven our value and were approved to continue conferences. In 1999, we had outside speakers, a clinic, delved into rainmaking and golf's unique affiliation to the practice with Lewis Horn. We explored diversity profiles with Anna Duran and learned about the knowledge base and enhanced the benchmark survey. By 2000, we were focused on marketing and mentoring, introduced the General Counsel panel, and instituted the golf outing. Julian Bond shared with us how a pretty famous network, the NAACP, has changed the face of this nation. We first established our network with 4 committees: mentoring, network marketing, communications, and newsletter. In 2001, we were welcomed to the Motor City by Mayor Dennis Archer, the first attorney of color to be president of the American Bar Association. Celebrating the automotive and musical influences of Detroit, the Road to Harmony Conference instituted leadership succession with Janet Bivens and Sharia Sabri as co-chairs. This conference had the first judges panel, a photo and practice area directory, and we learned of Six Sigma. We first announced the J. Michael Brown Award, aptly named after our very own co-founder, the epitome of the criteria. 5th anniversary, shared by Sharia Sabri, convened in Wilmington and challenged us to become change agents. Successes of collaboration in the PLF network were shared, lawyers from 8 other corporations attended, and we developed mentor-mentee pairs. We were addressed by our leadership and the mayor of New Orleans. For 2003, we were warmly welcomed in Memphis, Tennessee, and explored our uniqueness and celebrated our unity with our first CLE session. We were addressed by ABA President-elect Robert Gray and were honored to visit the Civil Rights Museum and have remarks by Dr. Benjamin Hooks. Chair Don Brown provided an emotional and motivating conference. Unable to have a conference in 2004, Chair Ramona Romero challenged us to explore our diversity in 2005. We expanded our golf outing to include the spa. We addressed the differences among minority groups. One size does not fit all. Romero leveraged her position as PLF manager and detailed the benchmark survey by ethnicity. Our corporate officer panel, judges panel, and media panel enlightened us as to how to exploit our differences to the common good of the practice, with our highest attendance to date reaching over 150 participants. By now, we were up to 7 hours of CLE and invited 5 minority-owned law firms. Former presidential advisor Maria Eschaveste set the tone and laid down the gauntlet for us to go out and make a difference. In 2006, we explored the emerging markets of DuPont and also how we can use talents through networking and boardability workshops. Through various panel discussions and CLEs, Chair Tamara Sampson answered the past requests for additional networking time through breakfast roundtable discussions and a networking reception at the Heinz Museum. A carpet of ocean blue was rolled out for the 2007 conference. Michelle Pang planned a thought-provoking conference right from the start, with Kenji Yoshino's discussion on how minority lawyers downplay our identity in the workplace, to finish with discussions on privacy law, generational diversity, and mediation advantages. Emphasis was placed on intellectual property and mergers and acquisitions. Throughout its history, the MCC has held a session for members only, attorneys of color in the network, to assure open, honest communication and anonymity as we discuss the issues that affect our daily work lives. For personal public commitment, inspiring others to join the profession, recruiting and mentoring, participation in the network, and personal and professional recognition, we have bestowed 5 J. Michael Brown Awards. Nothing could have been done without our support staff to make each conference seamless. Julie Barry, Joan Byrne, Valencia Harper, Mitch Salvato, Gwen Wilson, Ann Warner, Violet Harvey, Ann Mills, Bridget Gilmer, and the official photographer, Eric Meese. And we've had our meeting planners to keep us on task. We have always enjoyed the support of corporate and legal management. And we have shared the lessons we have learned. To all, we owe a debt of gratitude. We have grown from a network of 182 invited members to our 291 invited members. We now use different venues for recruiting. We have pipeline projects to ensure critical mass, and we know where to find talent. But yes, there is still work to be done. We must all keep the mission of the network before us daily. We are a collaborative, cohesive body of attorneys of color, individually and collectively progressive and profitable, advancing DuPont, the DuPont legal model, the members of the network, and the profession. We have built friends and relationships, demonstrated the power and value of diverse legal team, enhanced the expertise of the network members, increased our profitability through effective marketing, become proud to promote one another as resources, continue to work to foster positive and welcoming workplaces, advanced recruiting initiatives, supported one another in promotions, and we empower our network members. And all because of the dynamic work of the conferences and the network. We draw strength from all who share our mission. For all you have done, for all you are doing, and for all you will do, thank you.